Hello. How y'all doing? This is going to be a short read today. Happy 4th of July for whoever celebrate. Okay. All right, let's get into this short read today. Welcome back to my channel. This is Adana, also known as the Afrozine. And today I'm reading for the Beautiful Handsome Collective. Hello, Collective. How you doing? Mm-hmm. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell to book a private reading with me or to shop in my store. All that information is in the description box below, okay? Again, this is a short read today. Oh yeah, don't forget, I've sold over 100 copies of my actual book, so I want to thank you guys for your continuous support. It is truly appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The name of this book is called Wisdom Beyond Wounds, and it was created for individuals that might, either be struggling with the aftermath or the after effects of dealing with narcissism or narcissistic individuals. It is great to put you back into a position of power when it comes to yourself. Again, I want to thank you guys for your immense support in all that I do. So thank you so much. Okay. Channel message here is they told me to do this to you. Okay. So this is a conversation or messages that are happening between could be an individual person or a group of people. Take it how it resonates. Okay. But as I said in meditation early this morning here, I just saw someone in a fetal position. They were crying out in regards to you, hoping that you would forgive them for what they have done towards you here. They felt very, they really feel bad in regards to how they treated you, and they feel like that is only right or is only best that they come towards you to try to have a conversation with you, or to try to more so bury the hatchet or to extend an olive branch. But it's not going to work in that way because the damage is already done. They don't want to take accountability for what they've done to you. They prefer to push it onto other people. We all are aware that the family dynamic was the orchestrator or the one that was doing all this foolishness towards you here. Yes, they extended their reach to receive help from, your social connections here. And the social connections are now feeling bad, and now they're wanting to come and rehash or wanting to see if there's going to be uh, will you guys ever get back good? Would you ever speak to them again? Would you interact with them again? The answer is no, no, and fuck no. That's what the answer is, okay? Hopefully for the karmics that do watch this, you're realizing here that the collective doesn't want anything to do with you. Or for the ones that don't, majority of the collective don't want anything to do with you, karmic, okay? So channel message here is they told me to do this to you. So when someone can't find any type of dirt on an innocent person, the most craziest unhinged thing that they're going to do is that they're going to make you look like the villain in their story, or they're going to make you look like to be this crazy unhinged monster. They realized that that was the only weapon or ammunition or resource they had at the time. And they thought, well, because no one would believe you anyways, why not just go ahead and create a lot of dangerous or life-threatening gossip that surrounded you, okay? There are many forms of gossip. There are levels to when it comes to gossiping, but I just feel like that this person or group of people just took it to the far extreme. It was just way too extreme in regards to the type of inflammatory gossip that they were saying or speaking against your character, okay? And again, they felt very comfortable. They felt like they had the backing of other people to speak these very inflammatory lies, or more so, inflammatory lies surrounding you with other people. And they wanted other people to be riled up and upset at you because they knew they couldn't beat you by themselves. They felt like if they had a lot of people or a group of people that were on the same type time they were on mentally, that they all don't like you, they'll be easier for them to come towards you to cause some kind of a injustice or harmful, experience here. Most people tend to not really move when someone is speaking about another person. Oh, you heard about such and such. Oh yeah, they say the most silliest things. They'll come at your appearance first. Maybe you might be overweight. You could be underweight. Maybe, and this is just an example, okay? Maybe you're having issues with your skin. Maybe you have dry skin. Maybe you have oily skin, however it resonates. But they're always trying to find some form of a flaw within you to, that's the ammunition that they need to create more inflammatory things surrounding you here. And people were on board with it. They listened, they laughed, they thought it was funny. People got very irate, people got very upset. And you had people that were actually trying to cause things towards you based on the inflammatory gossip that they were saying about you to not be true. So when you started to speak out, or you started to tell your side of the story, or just speak the truth, because it's not really a side of a story, it is the story. The truth is a story. The lies are the side of the story. The truth is the main meal, the main entree, and the lies are the sides. So when you completely just combed or brush the lies away or the sides away, and you were focused on the main topic or the main idea, which is the actual truth here, people realized that you were actually speaking truth, and people that were actually coming for you initially, now they're feeling some type of way. Now they feel bad. Now they want to come towards you and to tell you what other people were saying about you. For what reason? What's the point of that? If I know that someone is talking about, let's just say it's a mutual friend, put it in that way, and I know I had nothing but a great experience surrounding that mutual friend, but that mutual friend also treated them well, why would I sit there and listen to gossip in regards to what another person's saying about that mutual friend, if my experience had been nothing but great, and or aware as well that their experience with that mutual friend has also been great? The real question is that why is that person who feel very comfortable to gossip about that mutual friend that y'all connected with, why is their story true versus the actual mutual friend that you had a physical, actual experience with, and everything that they're saying about this mutual friend is not true? Why should you know what I mean? Why should you succumb or fall to the gossip that's not true about the mutual friend that y'all share? To me, it just doesn't make sense to me. What's the whole point of trying to gossip about someone that ain't doing anything towards you? So when they realized you found out or you got wind of the gossip, the very inflammatory gossip, what did you do? You didn't argue with them. You didn't fight with them. Some of y'all probably didn't even push back. You know what I mean? You didn't do what they wanted you to do. They wanted you to fight back. They wanted you to prove yourself to them. Why would you prove yourself to trash? Why should you have to prove a lie when you know the lie is not true? Again, that's just me. You want me to prove something that I already know that's not true. You want me to waste time, effort, energy. You want me to waste my life. You want me to stop what I'm doing to focus on you when I know that's a lie. Again, it just doesn't make sense. I'm just not going to put my energy into something that's not conducive for me or that's not going to benefit me. And I know for a fact that collectively, generally speaking, that you were telling the truth. It just doesn't make sense to interact with a person that's creating these egregious lies or gossip. It just doesn't make sense, because that's what they want. They need for you to be a part of what they're trying to do towards you. And if you ain't flinching, or if you ain't paying it no mind, it's just going to fall to the side. And that's what's happening here. So this is why people are trying to come back towards you. Hey, collective, how you doing? Such and such was talking about you. Okay, but you were there too. Karmic, you were sitting there and you were listening to what they had to say. So it's really nothing that could be said to change the narrative or the perspective as to how you see these people in true nature. They can't tell you anything. They told me to do this to you. Well, if someone told you to do something wicked to another person, you're just going to go ahead and just do it without doing your own research or without you finding out what's really what. There are some cases here that some people are actually innocent despite all that's happening here. There are many occurrences in cases where a group of individuals, a town of individuals, shoot, a city of individuals are coming up against one person because they hold the key to the truth that they don't want people to see. Okay, so I'm just going to speak on that. So Dedra says, I know your job is hard. We appreciate you, but it's time for people to focus on their own future and do things to better their own life. Y'all got to remember, there are many different walks of life that watch me here. Not everybody is where I am currently. And I'm going to just be completely honest and raw with y'all. Not everybody is out of the fire. Some people are actually just starting to get within the fire, meaning they're not even aware as to what is going on. Please stop trying to compare where other people are in their journey. There's a reason why sometimes I may repeat the same thing over and over again, is because there are many different faces, new ones and old ones, that are in different parts of their journey that might not understand what's going on. That's why I keep saying you can't judge another person's journey based on what you just see or you can perceive. Stop doing that. Stop doing it. Everybody is not out the fire. Some people need help. Some people need that light or that guidance to be able to get out that fire. That's why I'm here. Stop. It's very annoying. Talk about something else. Well, I would love to talk about something else, but at the same time, again, there's still people that are unaware that their own family members are up against them. Are you going to help this cause, or are you just going to keep talking bullshit? That's what I be talking about. I'm not for everybody. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm just not. I'm not for everybody. But when I was in the position, in the predicaments, when I was going through my family issues, no one told me anything. No one refused. Everybody refused to let me know what was going on. It was me that did all of the work, all of the hard work. I did all that I needed to do to ensure that I'm able to be in this position today, to also extend a hand for individuals that also want to be in the position that I'm currently in. So again, I'm not for you. Stop telling me how to do my job. It irritates me to no end. It really do. If you don't like the way I do things, then roll the fuck out, bruh. Roll out. I'm not for you. Leave me alone. I'm tired of it. I'm being so for real with you. I'm raw, I'm truthful, and I'm very authentic, and I'm going to tell you who I am every time. I'm here to help others that can't see. Some of you guys don't even know what a veil is. Some of y'all are not even aware that you can tap into your gifts. Some of y'all are afraid of your gifts because of individuals like, oh, you need to, and you need to. Well, why don't you, boo? Why don't you? Why don't you create a channel and speak about something different? I would love to speak about something different, but the way that everything is set up here, people need help. People need assistance. I was lucky and fortunate to be able to receive that help and assistance through the channels that I were able to go through. So let me be the one to teach one, each one teach one. That's what I'm big up. That's what I'm about. I'm big on teaching others, so that way if I teach you, now you can teach others. Okay? Leave me alone. Go away. It is what it is. The only way this narrative is going to change is that when the collective see that the narrative can change. Until then, I'm going to stay in the trenches to do what I need to do to ensure for the ones that are actually seeking assistance and guidance, you will get it over here. Okay, so moving forward, my moderators, if you see anybody saying shit like that, please get them the fuck up out of here. I'm gonna say it very raw, plain, bad talk, no fucking manners. If you see anybody with any type of conversation that way, get them up out of here. Okay. is always people that can't do what you're doing, that always have the most to say. You can't do what I do, clearly. That's why you in the comments. Create your own channel and then put your mouth where your money is, or put your whatever, however the saying is. Okay? You can't do what I do. You think I want to sit here and talk about this mess day in and day out? I don't. I specifically come on here for a specific amount of time to ensure, hey, the collective needs guidance. The collective needs to see parts that they're not able to see. And I'm able to see that, and I'm going to utilize my gifts in that way to ensure for the individuals that are ready and available to help themselves, well, I'm going to be there. I can't help you unless you help yourself. I would not do 100% of the work here. No, you going to do your half and I'm going to do my half. My half is disseminating all of the darker things that people are hiding from you. That's my part. That's my job. Your job is to take what resonates for you, because everything not going to resonate what I say. Take what resonates for you, leave the rest, and move forward and heal from what resonates with you so you can get out of this bind. That's my job. That's my description. Just okay? I'm tired of that I even have to explain myself in this way. If I'm not for you, I'm not for you. So let's keep moving forward for the ones that want to learn and want to get out of this foolishness. You need more than one perspective, more than one outlet, more than one point of view to learn and to grow. You need information to grow. You need a new outlook on life to grow. This is how you're able to stay outside of the box, not in the box, outside of the box. And that's what I teach. I teach you to stand in your solidarity of self. I teach you how to be confident of self. I teach you to tap into the abilities that people are trying to sequester or make sure that they stop you from tapping into. That's what I'm here for. So let's keep moving forward. Now you know why I'm here. Now you know my purpose. You can decide whether you want to stay here or you move forward. And I hope that you don't stay here. And I say this respectfully with love in my heart. I hope you don't stay here for years upon years upon years. I'm here to teach you, show you a different way, show you there's another door that you can go through, show you that there are many keys to that one door that you can go through. Oh yeah, dang, that makes sense. And now you're able to look back 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years later. You know what? I ran across this lady and she was this and she was that and she helped me that. Yeah, that's all I want. That's all I want. All right. All right, tangent out the way. All right, let's keep moving forward. I'm focused on divine collective. That's it, that's all. All right. I don't care about nothing else. I know what it's like to go through all of the harsh realities of living with family members who you thought were, people that you can trust. I know what it's like to be around family members that will heckle you and gossip about you and just leave you to fend for yourself. I've been through it all. I can resonate. I understand. That's why I've been afforded to be in the position that I currently in, because I can understand and I can relate and I can help you based on the relation that we can relate to or resonate to. I can help you see what's in your blind spot. Leave me alone, boo. Just leave me alone. So we have the Two of Cups here. Okay, Two of Cups is in reverse with the High Priestess upright. So they did everything possible to keep you in a state of living in disharmony, or a divorce, or breakup, or disagreement. This is what this family dynamic has done here. Time after time after time again. They knew that if people knew that you were a great person within yourself, the family dynamic knew you were a great person. They didn't want other people to be aware that you were a great person. So what do? They try or attempt to sabotage your reputation. A lot of people feel, and again, this is my own perspective of things, a lot of people feel that if they have a certain type of reputation that is going to be very ironclad to where no one is going to be able to break through that, penetrate through that, or destroy anything in regards to the reputation that they have created. So they wanted to, based on who you were, and the family member knew who you were quietly behind the scenes, they wanted to destroy your reputation more so publicly because they didn't like the fact that a lot of people grew towards you, they gravitated towards you, they respected you, whatever, they gave love to you, whatever the case may be. They didn't like that here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to look up the etymology. Thank you for the donations. I appreciate that. I lost my train of thought that damn quick, child. It'll come back to me. But they didn't want you. So the thing is, when sometimes people are aware as to who you are before you are aware as to who you are, right? Specifically and especially if this family member knew that you were very gifted and they did not want you to be aware that you were very gifted, well, this is where all of the disturbances or the negative occurrences happen. They're going to get as much people as they can to come around you or to hover around you to make you pay more attention to them than yourself. If you are following the crowd, if you are always going with what the crowd says, you would never become a person of your individuality. That's what they don't want. You don't like the fact that you tap to your own beat, that you tap to your own drum, that you don't need them for anything. So they do everything possible to discredit who you are with the Two of Cups. Because again, with reputation, that was the word I wanted to look up, reputation. With your reputation here, they felt like your reputation was the end all be all for you. Y'all gonna have to take this how it resonates. For some of you guys, it might be. For most of you guys, it's not. You don't care who don't like you versus who like you, okay? It's not a dig at anyone, but that's just the way that you're moving through life here. You don't care. The reputation, the etymology of the word reputation means credit. It means the general sense of an opinion or estimation. It could be a good perspective on reputation or a bad perspective on reputation. So when it comes to a person's reputation, is basically the opinion or an estimate as to how another person sees you. Are you going to live off how someone perceives you based on their opinion? Or are you going to more so accept or respect it based on the fact of what they know of you? Does that make sense? So when it comes to reputation, it really don't matter, because if you know that you solid, if you know that you are a person that speaks truth, who gives a hell in regards to how other people may perceive you when it comes to this so-called reputation? Again, the etymology of the word reputation is an opinion. It's an estimation. And I'm not going to sit here and live life through the opinions of others as to how I should live life. Does that make sense? I'm not going to sit here and wallow and be upset because you estimate me to be this type of person. I don't care what other people think of me. I don't. It could be good or bad. Either way, the only thing I care about is me, my opinion, or not even opinion, the facts. And the facts are truth. Opinion are lies. You can't change the truth of facts, but you can change the opinion of lies. So I prefer to live a life, I prefer to live a life that is surrounding truth and facts, not lies and opinions. So with this reputation foolishness here, They're big on reputation, how they're dressed, how they're seen, how people represent them. You don't care about stuff like that. Because normally and mainly the ones that don't care about the reputation is mainly the ones that are truly solid. They're not the ones that going out there, oh yeah, look at me, I got my big reputation, you better respect me, you better this, you better that. You don't care about shit like this. Like, come on. This is comical. Anywho, we got Ace of Swords here, child. Yeah, you are the truth. With the Eight of Swords here in reverse. And the Eight of Swords in reverse is actually really good. Good energy. You're having the breakthrough. You're having an epiphany moment. You're having that light bulb moment. You're having that aha moment. Like, oh, wow, wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait, so they were doing this and they were saying this and they were this. You're able to put all the pieces together with the sword of truth. Where do you think the sword of truth is coming from? Within yourself, by sitting down with self and being able to be open and accepting the truth as to what it is. Again, most people that run from the truth are afraid of their shadows. Most people that do nothing but speak lies for a living cannot sit within their shadows. They can't. That's where the lie is being held, and also the truth is being held. And if you are an individual that sees someone as telling a lie, they're going to do everything possible to ensure that you never wield the Ace of Swords in their face, the sword of truth. And if you only had a sword in your arsenal, you can use that sword for many different ways, or in many different ways. You can use the sword to cut through things. You can use the sword to break through things. You can use the sword to dig up things. You can use the truth of sword, or the sword of truth, in many different ways. Yes, you can. Even your voice is a form of truth, or a sword of truth. Because of what type of truth you speak, it cuts deep, very, very deep. And some people need that to understand that they can't go around doing certain things towards other people. That's where you step in. That's where you come in with the Ace of Swords. And you keep wielding the sword of truth. It's like, say you're in a safari somewhere, or you're in the Amazon. Let's just put it that way. And we all know the Amazon is heavily forested, right? And the only thing, let's just say you were dropped off, and the only thing you had was the sword. You can use that sword in many different ways. Many different ways. That sword is the truth that people can't handle, the truth that people can't understand, they can't fathom, they can't comprehend. It irritates them to no end. That's not a you issue. That's a them issue. What that got to do with you? Because you speak truth? Okay. So you speaking truth puts them in the 10 of Wands. Okay. You ever saw the show called Survivor, and all they have are just those small little minute things? But to another person, they may think, oh, wow, that's all you got to survive? You got to think outside of the box when it comes to surviving. You can't stay within the box if you're wanting to survive this so-called game or hellish game that these individuals are trying to place you in. They're trying to keep you stuck in the box by any means necessary. And they think, well, they just got that measly sword. What they going to do with that sword? Plenty of things. Especially if the only thing you have left is that sword to survive. You can use it to gut a fish, to catch a fish. So many different ways. How they gonna get mad at something that they gave to you? Because all they kept giving you were wands. That's all they kept giving you. Lies upon lies upon lies. And the more lies that they kept creating in your life here, the more, we'll say, sticks fell upon your feet. So now you have sticks. Not only do you have your sword of truth, now you have sticks. What are you going to do differently with what they're pushing onto you or what they are giving to you? They felt, and hear me out when I say this, they felt they had the upper hand. They never had the upper hand over you. They did not. This is where you make lemons, or you make lemonade out of lemons, or you make a cherry pie out of cherries, or you make an apple turnover out of apples. You use what you could at the time with whatever resource that you had, and they were throwing it, or they were giving you the resources, basically the gossip or the lies or the tools towards the gossip and lies for you to become that magician and to break through the illusion of the freaking lies. That's all they had, were illusion of lies. You ever been somewhere where when you wake up in the morning and it's completely foggy to where you can actually cut the density of the fog with a knife? It's kind of in that way. They wanted to glamorize, or they wanted to hide your perception, or they didn't want you to see what they were doing. So they used wands. They thought wands would have been stronger than the actual sword, and that's not true. Let me know, and if I'm wrong, please let me know. What stick do you know can be used to cut through an actual sword or knife? You tell me. And I know I have some survivor enthusiasts over here, or maybe you love outdoors, so you might like to camp and things of that nature. So I know I got a couple of you guys on here. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. They gave you a sword, not wands. They gave you a sword. And they had wands. The wands was a form of gossip, because the more sticks that they placed on you or on your chest, you were supposed to be so heavy with the lies that they spoke about you. But why would you be heavy? Why should you be heavy, or why should you carry something that don't belong to you? When you the one that have the sword, one person have the sword in your hand. You. Make this make sense? They thought that they gave you a dull sword. Swords can be sharpened on anything. You can have a rock. There are many different ways to sharpen a sword. And the sharper the sword, the more harsher the truth will become. Yes, there ain't one stick that's going to cut through the damn sword. Absolutely. And if you have the sword, and that's your only resource or your only tool that can be utilized in many different ways, you're going to be the one that's the victor as the magician. You're thinking outside of the box. Remember, you're dealing with individuals that think inside of a box. They think inside of a box. You think outside of a box. Who do you think is going to be able to pursue more freedom? Someone that's inside of a box, in survival mode? Because that's how they're trying to beat you. They're trying to beat you based on their level of surviving in this world. All the things that they do when it comes to surviving is very detrimental to their growth. It's either they're aware of this or they might not be aware of it. Take it how it resonates. But take that how that resonates. They can't do it like you. They can't. It's just that simple. They want you in this box to keep you scared. I'm going to try to make a box. It's a box. Y'all don't laugh at my box, but this is my box, right? And they doing everything possible to keep you stuck in here. And as they keep you stuck in here, from time to time, they're going to open up that flap. They're going to look down to see where you currently are. And they're going to continue, keep throwing this inside of your box, within your mind, the mental state. This is where most people carry their traumas, their hurts, and things of that nature. And if they feel like that they have you here, well, then they feel like that you're just going to succumb to all of the sticks that they're pushing onto you. That saying, sticks and stones may break your bones, but words would never hurt me. All right, we have justice and we have the tower. Some people truly don't realize that when someone is coming up against you, that they actually give you the ammunition, all of the resources and tools that you need based on the hate that they have for you. They actually give you a level up or a leg up, and they don't realize that. They thought the gossip was going to destroy you. Why would lies again destroy you? Why? Why would lies destroy you? It's not true. Affirmation. Someone's name is Toby or Tobias. Tasha. Someone's buying a Tesla, or you're looking into buying a Tesla or an electric car. The funny part is that the gossip surrounded these sticks, right? And once you realize that you had nothing but gossip surrounding you here, you took that ability or that opportunity to use your sword to break through the actual wands that they kept sending to you, and you created something completely new. This is how you were able to get your justice. Everything that they thrown at you, you turned it around, you transmuted it into something greater, into something better, which they don't know how to do. They thought that you manipulated the lies into becoming the truth. You can't manipulate lies. I mean, yes, you can. You can manipulate lies, but you can't manipulate truth. They look at the truth as lies, and they look at the lies as truth. This world is completely ass backwards. And they want to penalize you for the truth that you spoke against the lies that they spoke against you. It was a big clash. And someone that is afraid of their own shadows, that's afraid of the dark, that's afraid of their lies, don't have any power over you. They never will. How in the hell are you afraid to sit with yourself? They're afraid to sit with themselves. This is why they have multiple partners that surround them. This is why they have unsavory characters that think like them, that supports them in all of the foolishness that they do towards themselves and other people. They know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. I made a post earlier. Let me see if I can find it. I might not be able to. Let me see. So I made a post on YouTube and I said, looks can be deceiving. They weren't trying to save you from that toxic connection. They envied it. They didn't destroy it to free you. They destroyed it so they could have your place in it. Think about that for a moment. Specifically, if you're a person that's very private in all of your life affairs, and you don't want anyone to do, you don't want anyone to be in your business, and that is your right and that is your prerogative. And let's just say, hypothetically, that you were in a very toxic connection, whether it's with a friend, a family, an ex-lover, however it resonates. Looks can be very deceiving, specifically if you're not speaking out on the things that you're going through, that toxic connection. So from the outside looking in, they see that you are either the perfect couple, the perfect family, the perfect whatever the case may be, and they're jealous based on what they see and on a vanity scope of things. And they're willing to do everything possible to break you away. This is what you wanted because this is what you asked for. You asked for the truth. You asked for spirit, God, Jesus, universe, however way you do your thing. You asked for the truth, and this energy came forward with the truth. Okay, I'm going to give you this sword. Here's the truth. You have the sword, start cutting through all of the lies, all of the illusions. Remember, you're in the safari, metaphorically speaking. You're in this safari type setting here, and all you have is a sword. And you're sitting here thinking, well, how am I going to be able to get out of this? Now you're starting to wield this sword through all of those thick branches and roots and connections of lies, because lies start somewhere, right? And if you're able to get through it with all of this here, it's going to put you here with the justice and the ace of swords. And that's what they didn't want for you to have. Looks can be deceiving. They weren't trying to save you from that toxic connection because they're very toxic in nature. They wanted what you had. They didn't know what you had at the time was very toxic. But because be deceiving and all they know and all they bank on are vanity things, they thought that you had the best thing and they wanted to take that from you. Okay, let them let them take it away from you. You've been asking for an out. You've been asking for the truth. Please show me the truth. God, show me the truth. Spirit, show me the truth. Ancestors, show me the truth. Divine, show me the truth. And that energy said, okay, no problem. Well, here you go. And you finally got the truth. So now you switch places, or you swapped because you wanted to get yourself out of this toxic connection surrounding a family, friend, ex-lover, co-worker, whatever the case may be, and they took your spot where they rightfully belong in. That's where they belong. They want toxicity, granted, that's for them. They want toxic connections, granted, that's for them. They want to be in uphills and gossip and arguing and fighting, granted, that's for them. Everything that they asked for was granted. See, remember, they're living a life of lies. Their lies are considered to be the truth towards them. And they wanted to live out that lie. Okay, no problem. In order for them to live up with that lie, the truth had to be seen. You were living a life of lies because looks were very deceiving. Yes, despite you not speaking up in regards to what may have been happening behind closed doors, that's where the looks were being deceived. So at some point in time, yes, you were living a lie that wasn't yours. You don't live a life of lies. You live a life of truth. So because the background of everything being deceived based on the lie, if that makes sense, things had to be switched or flopped in the correct way or in the correct state where now you're actually living the life of truth and they're living the life of lies. So now looks are not deceiving because you are where you are supposed to be, which is a life of truth or the path of truth. And now they're in a path where they belong, the path of lies. That's what they wanted. That's what they got. They wanted what you had. And at the time, you didn't have anything good. You didn't have anything great. You did not. Let's be honest. You didn't. And that's okay. Now you're able to understand and differentiate between the two. And you realize that things had to be balanced. That's what justice is for. So the next time, and I don't feel it's the next time, but for the ones that might be in this right now, if someone wants to take something away from you, let them take it. Let them take it. Specifically, if it's a relationship or a loved one, let them take it. You want them? Hey, have at it. Thank you. Because now all they did here, again, because you had the truth, you were able to cut through the truth, and they actually, not only you, but they made your path even much more clearer and brighter for you to see. So in regards to they made me do it, no one can make you do anything unless you feel you need to do it. And sometimes, in most cases, when a person who don't like you can't face you here, they're going to get another person or a group of people to come up against you to do harmful or foolish things towards you, which makes no sense to me. It just doesn't make sense to me. You're coming up against me with wands, with sticks, and I have a whole sword. I can break through those wands like it's anything. You ain't stopping anything. They gave you a rusty sword. That's what they gave you, or that was all in your arsenal. And you were able to take that out and wield it and use it in so many profound ways that allowed you to stay outside of the box. Don't ever get yourself caught up in anybody's box, mental state. Remember, everything happens up here. And if you're dealing with an individual that's not mentally well, they're going to do everything possible to keep you stuck in this mentally unwell state of a box. Does that make sense? The question you should ask moving forward is, when you're interacting with people or whatever, however, try to figure out what's on their mind. Literally, what's on your mind? How you doing? And just let them talk. Sometimes you don't even have to say anything. Just let them talk. And if you're able to pick up what they're putting down, then this is where the Ace of Swords come in with the truth. Sometimes every action or interaction don't need an action or don't need a reaction. Sometimes you were just sent in to listen to what that person have to say, either about you or whoever surrounding you. Someone's name is Amelia. Amory. Amsterdam. I'm also hearing the Amex card, American Express. Please don't put that on here. That's just a confirmation, okay? So maybe you just got a limit. Your limit may have improved. Maybe you paid off your American Express. Don't put that on here. It's just confirmation, okay? You may have a black card, okay? Don't put that on here. I'm just, okay? It's just confirmation, all right? That's all. Let's see what else. All right, let's see. All right, yeah, so we have Two of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups in reverse. They're unbalanced, right? They're unbalanced. And then with the Two of Pentacles here in reverse here, they don't have any choices, or they feel like their choices are very limited. Yeah, if you're coming up in a fight, they're coming up in a fight with wands against you. I'm going to get you. Okay. Then you have your sword and you literally shake. You literally cutting through the wands. Then they keep throwing towards you here. Of course they're going to run out of choices. They're going to run out of options. That's all they have. You mean to tell me you broke through all of my wands and I don't know what to do next? I mean, that's what happens when people think inside of a box. You're not here to be placed in this world to be boxed in. No, you weren't. You're not an object. And most of these individuals wanted to objectify you because they saw you as such. You are no one's object. You are your own person, and you need to do whatever it is that you need to do or you feel you need to do for the goodness of self. You're not here to be stuck in anybody's old way of thinking or old ideology way of thinking. Absolutely not. Step outside of the box so you can see your greatness. That's where the greatness is. Outside of the box, not within the box. Outside of your comfort zone, in areas that you're not fully aware of. And that's okay, but you are equipped with that sword. That's why you have that sword. It's always going to be right close to you so you can see the truth. If anything looks suspicious or illusioned or you're unsure, use the sword to cut through it. You can cut yourself out of a box, right? Can you? Can you use sticks to get out of a box? I mean, you could try. It may work. I don't know. I've never done it. But I know for actual fact that when I want to cut through a box that's taped up, I use a knife to cut through that box to be able to see what's in the contents. Does that make sense? And this is why you're going to be here with the Six of Wands. Celebrating. The same wands that they threw at you is the same wands that you use to carry you to your success. They ain't stopping anything. And they never will. That's up to you though. They don't have no control over you, despite how many people came up against you. They do not. They have no power over you. They have no control over you. Now we have the Five of Swords, which is the end. When you finally realize that this was nothing but a mental game, a very hellacious mental game, confirmation, a very detrimental, or it could have been very detrimental to your mind. You realize that you don't have to be a part of this. You realize that you have this sword and you can cut through things that people are trying to put in your way. Some of y'all just have your voice as a form of a sword or a truth, but that's okay. You have something that's going to help you get on this path of success, however that resonates for you. As I mentioned before, because I have new individuals that are watching me, welcome. Thank you for being here. Your gifts are going to be opening up even more. Some of you guys are afraid of your gifts. I see right through it. I get it. I understand. Some people may have deemed your gifts as demonic or weird or odd or dark. It's not. It's not. Those gifts were given to you in times of need in this instance here. Your gifts are or were heightened or will be heightened because of what they're trying to place you in. So when you have like your premonitions or your clear cognizance may be more enhanced, or your clairvoyance may be more enhanced, or your clairaudience may be more advanced, or your clairalience, or your clairgustance, all of your clairs, however it resonates, it's elevating because it's letting you know that something is not right around you. Something is of danger or could potentially become danger if you're not going to pay attention to what your gifts are trying to show you. Does that make sense? So there's nothing wrong with you if you can see things, clairvoyant, or you may hear things. There's nothing wrong with you. They want to deem you as such so that way you can't see or hear or receive the messages in regards to what they're trying to do towards you. Hence, the reason why they keep throwing sticks at you. Sticks and stones may break your bones, but words would never hurt you. The words ain't hurting you. The words aren't affecting you. Well, let me keep throwing these sticks and stones at them and see if that's going to work. It's not. They're coming up against an individual such as you who is aware of self or on the verge of being aware of self. An aware person versus an unaware person Come on, it's a no-brainer. It's truly a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer, y'all. Come on. It's a no-brainer. Like a person that's aware of self. Okay, a perfect example. Driving. You know how you've been driving for years upon years, and you just know what that other person is going to do before they actually do it, and then they actually do it. Let's say, for instance, you're on the highway, you're driving down, right? And you see an erratic car, and you just know, you don't even have to say, but you intuitively know that either that car is going to try to get in, closely to you, or try to speed up to get into the lane. They're going to try something off or odd, but you are able to internally or intuitively be aware, be like, you know what? Yeah, see, I knew that person was going to do that. Just to kind of give you an example in that way. The moon. Things being revealed to you. Okay? Oh, somebody playing Street Fighter? Yeah. Somebody playing Street Fighter. So we have Ten of Swords here, or Street Fighter could be your favorite game. I'm seeing Capcom too, and I think Capcom is who made Street Fighters. But I just see Street Fighters. But anyway, we have Ten of Swords. Okay. So with the moon in reverse, or sorry, the moon upright and the Ten of Swords upright here, you're now being able to see the illusions that they place upon them. Look how many swords. The swords is your voice. The swords is the truth. And they kept throwing nothing but daggers towards you. And the more daggers they threw at you, the more you just took them out and you just used them for your benefit, or more so your advantage. They come up against you because they think you are weak because you're by yourself. You are not. Let me say that again. They come up against you in groups because they think that you are weak. You are not. And even if you were unaware or weren't aware as to what they were doing, that still does not make you weak. It doesn't. Continue to follow the voice of your soul. Continue to connect however way y'all do y'all thing. Continue to do the things that you are doing to get you up out of this blindsiding, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I have to go. I have a couple readings that I have to do. But nobody's stopping anything. Nobody. Not even the gossip is going to stop you. Not even all the slanderous lies are going to stop you, because it's not true. And if it's not true, then it shouldn't affect you. Remember, they need you to agree to the lies that they're saying about you. Somebody eating Chinese food or something, or low. What y'all have for the 4th of July? Before I get off of here, I'm gonna make me some potato salad. Yes, I'm gonna make me a couple hamburgers, and I think I'm gonna do like a pasta salad. I think that's all I'm gonna do today, and I'm gonna chill for the rest of the day. After my readings, of course. But y'all give me some ideas. What y'all doing for the 4th of July for the ones that celebrate? I like me a good cookout. I like the burnt hot dogs, So we got Scorpio. Come on, Miss Mary, come on. We got Libra, okay? Scorpio again. We have Aquarius. Ooh, salmon burgers sound good. Okay, Cancer. Capricorn. Cancer, strong Cancer. Okay, strong Cancer. We have Gemini. Okay. We have Sagittarius. One more. And we have Cancer, strong Cancer. So take a high rest days. Before I get off of here, never, ever, ever, and I'm speaking specifically towards the divine collective here, never, ever forget who you are. Don't. In a world where the society wants you to follow the trends and follow social norms and stuff like that, be your own person, unapologetically. and get into a space where all of these things that they have done towards you, it's not going to affect you, because the moment that it doesn't affect you is the moment that you won. And that's what they don't want for you. And we don't give a flying F what they don't want for you. The only thing that should matter is what you want for yourself. Okay? So let me give y'all some flowers. Y'all go out there and y'all be great in whatever it is that you do. You could be a great hairstylist. You can be a great a teacher. You may be a great dog trainer. You might be a great mechanic, a great baker, a great cooker, a great computer scientist, whatever, however, whatever your path, whatever your purpose is, it was meant for you to be on that path for whatever reason. Don't allow anyone to trample over your path, your golden path, your lightened path. Anyone, do not allow anyone to do that towards you. Okay, love you guys, and I will see you on the next one. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Thank you so much for the donation, for the tips. I'll see you on the next one. Be great out there. See y'all later. See ya. See y'all later. See ya, see ya, see y'all. See y'all later. Mwah. Love, love, love to you guys. See y'all later. I'll see y'all later. Thank you so much for being here. Truly appreciate it. Love, love, love you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Happy 4th of July.